Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to race number 24 of the 2015 NASCAR Xfinity Series season, as we are live here at Darlington. As we are kicking off the Throwback weekend, all of the special paint schemes this weekend in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and mainly in the NASCAR Spring Up Series. It's going to be a fun weekend as we go back in time. On the pole is going to be the number 54 of Erik Jones. He won his first truck race of the year last weekend at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and so he has a little bit of momentum on his side. He will roll off on the pole alongside the number 33 of Paul Menard, who finished third in Road America last weekend. Road 2, the number 22, Joey Logano, one win in 2015 alongside championship contender Regan Smith, 29 points behind. And then on the inside of row number 3, we got last week's winner, Ty Dillon. 2 wins now in 2015, second in points, 21 points behind. Does he have a shot at the title? Yes, he does. Alongside Kevin Harvick, and Renegade your top 10, 4-time winner Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, and the Roush Fords of Elliott Sadler and Chris Buescher. Also making it to round 3 of qualifying was the row 6 of Brian Scott and teammate Brendan Gaughan. Race number 24 of the year, Chase Elliott right now starting in the 13th spot has a 21-point lead on Ty Dillon, 29 points on Regan Smith, and 33 points on Brian Scott. Right now it is a 4-man race because at Road America, Darrell Wallace finished outside the top 30, and Elliott Sadler got crashed on lap 1 and finished 40th. Chris Buescher right now 81 points behind it. It does not look good for that number 60 car, as he had a second shot but crashed at Bristol. So right now a 4-man race, Jenny Motorsports versus RCR. Enough of the pre-race news. Let's sit down trackside and get you the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
As the pace car will lead the field onto the track, down below your starting grid, rolling across your screen, Erik Jones, Paul Menard, front row. Who will it be going to victory lane here today in Darlington? For those who do not know, Darlington Raceway is my home track. I live in South Carolina, and Darlington, South Carolina, so I always enjoy doing races here. Erik Jones and Paul Menard, your front row. This is Erik's first pole in 2015, I believe. Menard, one win at Chicago. Joey Logano won the race at Dover. Regan Smith won at Iowa not too long ago. And like we said, Ty Dillon won the race at Road America last weekend. Kevin Harvick, a 2-time 2015 winner, coming at Atlanta and California. Or not California, maybe California. Yeah. Denny Hamlin, 4 wins. Kyle Larson, he has a win at Indy. Elliott Sadler, winner at Richmond. Chris Buescher has yet to go to victory lane. So who will it be? Coming off turn number 4, the track too tough to tame. The lady in black coming down to the green flag. The VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200 is underway. I got to the late jump there, but we are underway here. Erik Jones on the inside line clears Paul Menard on the outside line, and he will move to the race lead as they come in off turn number 2. As they make their way down the back straightaway, Joey Logano on the inside of Paul Menard, Ty Dillon in 4th, Denny Hamlin now up inside the top 5 as we are under yellow. We have not gotten past the first lap in the race. Making their way off turn number 4, pushing down the front straightaway, and at the line it is Erik Jones out in front of Paul Menard, Joey Logano, Ty Dillon, and Denny Hamlin. Collison's out for the number 0 of Harrison Rhodes. Some damage in the JD Motorsports is Chevrolet. And the 14 of Kel Conley involved, the rookie in the number 14 who finished 2nd at Richmond on a field race. Travis Quapple damaged in the number 15, BJ McLeod, Eric McClure, and possibly damaged in the number 26 of TJ Bell. Let's go back and see if we can get a replay of what took place, and TJ wasn't involved because you see all the damage. And looks like the 52, they're heading down into turn 3, and the 52 of Joey Gase gets hit. Ooh, little bit too fast. Headed down into turn number 3, Mike Harmon in the back of Joey Gase, and he ends up turning the number 24 of Eric McClure. And McClure goes around, collects Harmon, and there's the number 26 of Bell involved. But they had trouble behind them. Cale Conley, Harrison Rhodes, and Travis Quapple all involved. This is what originally brought out the caution. Coming off the number 26 of TJ Bell, of all people, who gets collected down in turn 3. He's going to end up turning the 14 of Cale Conley right in front of Ty Bodine and Harrison Rhodes. Conley hits the wall and nowhere to go for the number 0 of Harrison Rhodes. And that's what slowed down TJ Bell. There's the two teammates, BJ McLeod and Ray Black Jr. driving the 40 this weekend. Right now running 35th, McLeod, Quapple, Conley, and Harrison Rhodes. All 40 cars remaining in the race as we are now 3 laps into the race. Going back to green here with now 21 to go at Darlington. Eric Jones in the number 54 making his first start here at Darlington in the Xfinity Series. Right now he is your race leader. Second is Paul Menard, Joey Logano, Ty Dillon, and Denny Hamlin. Now 54 of Eric Jones, the only driver inside the top 5 who has not been in victory lane yet in 2015. Regan Smith, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, and Elliott Sadler. Right now, 2 of the drivers inside the top 10 have not won a race. Leader Eric Jones and Chris Buescher. Brian Scott, Chase Elliott, Brendan Gaughan, Ryan Truex, and Ross Chastain, J.J. Yaley, Daniel Suarez, Darrell Wallace Jr., Ryan Reed, and Ryan Sieg. Landon Castle, Parker Kligerman, Dakota Armstrong, David Starr, Blake Cook, Jeremy Clements, John West Townley, Ty Bodine, Mike Bliss, and Joey Gase, your top 30. So we're going to be going back to green here very shortly. It'll be 21 to go, 5 laps around the board, restarting on lap number 6. Eric Jones out in front, Paul Menard and Joey Logano, your top 3. For the top 5 has retro paint schemes as well, as we're backing away here. And Paul Menard kind of spins his tires, and 54 gets a pretty good jump there on a 33 Menard. Racing down into turn number 1. Menard has a pretty good run though on the 54. Logano pushing that 33. And now on the inside comes Regan Smith in that 7 go to the inside of Denny Hamlin. And Paul Menard to the inside for the race lead. Trying to get the lead away from the 54 of Eric Jones. We are under yellow again. The 26 is wrecking again. A big crash on the back straightaway. As Paul Menard gotten by the 54. But the 54 gets to run on the outside and he will hang on to the lead. Out in front of Paul Menard, Joey Logano, Regan Smith up to 4th, and Denny Hamlin now 5th. That 7 car was a pretty big winner on that restart. Got by both the 20 and the number 3. But a lot of cars involved, and a little bit more serious damage. You see the number 24, Eric McClure, Harrison Rhodes, and the 0. They have both taken their course behind the wall. The 26 of TJ Bell, BJ McLeod, Mike Harmon, running the Davey Allison paint scheme, the Abilene colors in the number 74, and right now paint scheme is ruined after a big impact on the back straightaway involving many cars coming off turn number 2. The 19 of Alex Kennedy is going to turn the 79 of Corbin Forrester, making his debut today in that 79. Sends them up into TJ Bell. Nowhere to go for Mike Harmon or Eric McClure. Lee Black Jr. may have gotten by as there's Harmon's impact. Rhodes in the back of McLeod. Conley into Bell. And there's Quapple all in the middle of that. The 40 Ray Black Jr. pretty much had to get on the gas or on the brake just to avoid all that. We can tell you right now, Harrison Rhodes, Eric McClure, and the 13 of BJ McLeod, they are out the race now. And the 26 of TJ Bell trying to find that number 26. Being shown 1 lap down. There he is leaving pit road. He'll be 37th, 1 lap down. Cale Conley and Mike Harmon leaving pit road, so they'll be able to continue. And we'll all be able to continue with only 37 cars remaining on track. So that's 3 less cars you have to worry about causing another crash, which is always a good sign. The top 10 is pretty much the same. Eric Jones, Paul Menard, and Joey Logano. Regan Smith up 2 spots, and Ty Dillon, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, and Elliott Sadler. Is there a car off pace? That's the 4 of Ross Chastain. What a great run he had in qualifying. But he is off pace coming to pit road in that number 4. He was running 15th behind the number 98 of Ryan Truex, first start of the year in the number 98. Behind Brendan Gaughan, Chase Elliott 12th, Ryan Scott, and Elliott Sadler right now runs out your top 10. Daniel Suarez move up to 15th, Darrell Wallace Jr., Ryan Reed, JJ Yeley, Ryan Sieg, and Landon Castle. Your top 20. The 4 car comes down pit road as we're back on the way with 17 to go. Can Paul Menard get by the 54? A much better restart this time. And now to the inside comes the number 22 of Joey Logano on the inside of Paul Menard. Now Logano working on the inside of Jones. Here comes Regan Smith on the inside in that number 7 car. Down in the turn number 3, Logano in the back bumper of the 54. Smith about to clear Menard off turn number 4. Hamlin on the inside. Ross Chastain leaves pit road, possibly a flat tire on the number 4. Now down in turn 1, Logano on the inside looking for a move on the inside lane. Right on the left rear corner pin on the 54. The 42 of Kyle Larson, problem for the number 42, he's on pit road. So just like Chastain, the 42 has a problem, possibly a flat tire. Regan Smith now third, Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick, your top 5. Paul Menard down to 6, Ty Dillon, Chris Buescher, Brian Scott, and Elliott Sadler, your top 10. Brendan Gaughan, Ryan Truex, Chase Elliott, Darrell Wallace Jr., and JJ Yeley right now make up your top 15. And that 22 just riding the bumper on that 54, pushed him down into turn 3. When you think of the NASCAR Xfinity Series, you got to think of the number 54 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota and Team Penske's number 22 Ford. They are leading the field right now. Right there, he's there. They make contact. Jones and Logano down on the apron. Right now we have 34 cars on the lead lap. The 42 of Kyle Larson has took his car behind the wall. A mechanical problem on the number 42. Smith, Hamlin, and Menard, Harvick, Buescher, Scott, Dillon, and Sadler. Gaughan, Truex. Right now, 2 of the championship contenders. Darrell Wallace Jr. is 69 points behind the guy he is chasing, Chase Elliott. In the number 9, Yeley, Reed, Castle, Sieg, Kligerman, and Jeremy Clements. Blake Cook, Armstrong, Daniel Suarez down at 23rd. David Starr and Townley, Ty Badon, Mike Bliss, Joey Gase, Quapple, and Kennedy. Ray Black Jr. making his second career start right now, 31st, and his Truck Series teammate Corbin Forster, 32nd. Cale Conley, 33rd, and Mike Harmon, 34th. Right now, Chastain and TJ Bell are 1 lap down. Kyle Larson, BJ McLeod, Eric McClure, and Harrison Rhodes are out the race. And the 22's on the back bumper, but he has not yet trying to make a move. Not that he hasn't, really gotten a run on him. I mean, the 22's been right on that bumper. Especially coming off right here, turn number 2. Logano's able to get the nose on the inside of the 54, but can't really do nothing without turning the number 54. And in the turn 3 will be coming to 10 to go this time by. Eric Jones for Joe Gibbs Racing. Expects to run full-time in the series next year in 2016. With Cup Series chase driver Joey Logano on the back bumper. Logano's, I don't believe he's ever won a race here at Darlington. If he has, since probably 2012 maybe. Yet again, right on that bumper, coming off turn number 2. As the top 2 very hard, here comes the number 7 of Regan Smith. Hey driver, third in points, 29 points behind, and the caution's out once again. The 52 of Joey Gates has turned it around on the front straightaway. That will bring out the third caution of the day. And the pace car will pick up leader Eric Jones. And the 70 of Mike Bliss is off pace. Looks like a mechanical problem on the number 70 of Mike Bliss. Yeah, he was running solidly, well, not solidly, but running 27th until it's like a mechanical problem. And at the same time, Joey Gase and Travis Quapple make contact off turn number 4. Quapple in the left rear corner panel of number 52. Gase almost spins out, but overcorrects, comes back up the track, and it's Quapple, and they both make contact in the outside wall. They are both able to drive away. Bliss is on pit road, and he will go one lap down to leader Eric Jones, and he will hang on to the lead, but can Joey Logano get by? We will have about 5 to go when we go back green. The 54 out in front of the number 22. Can Regan Smith do anything? Right now, 29 points behind his teammate Chase Elliott, who's outside the top 10. This 7 car, this could be a pretty solid points day for the number 7. Denny Hamlin and Paul Menard. Kevin Harvick, Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, Brian Sky, and Brendan Gaughan. Chase Elliott 11th, Darrell Wallace Jr., Elliott Sadler, Ryan Truex, and J.J. Yaley, Ron Reed, Lenny Castle, Ryan Sieg, Parker Kligerman, and Jeremy Clements. Blake Cook, Dakota Armstrong, Daniel Suarez, David Starr, John West Townley, Ty Bodine, Travis Quapple, Alex Kennedy, Reed Black Jr., and Corbin Forrester. Cale Conley, Joey Gase, Mike Harmon, and those are the 33 cars on the lead lap. Chastain, TJ Bell, and Mike Bliss are all one lap down. The 70 is back on track. Kyle Larson behind the wall with an engine failure. He is now out the race. And BJ McLeod, Eric McClure, Harrison wrecked earlier in the race. So Eric Jones won his first truck race of the year last weekend at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So now Eric Jones has a lot of momentum on his side, but can he get the win here today? He has never won a race before in the Xfinity Series, but can he change that tonight? 5 to go, but can he hold off Joey Logano? He spins his tires. Logano spins his tires, and now Regan Smith and Denny Hamlin on the inside. A guy who knows how to go to Victory Lane is Denny Hamlin. 4 wins in 2015. Most recently last weekend at Bristol. Can that 20 car go back-to-back wins? Quapple on pit road in the 15. Logano trying to chase down the number 54 as the number 7 is falling back. Regan Smith. Now Chase Elliott working on the back bumper of Brendan Gaughan. Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon making contact. And Smith's trying to stay inside the top 5. Logano and Hamlin trying to chase down the 54 of Eric Jones. But Logano has not been able to do nothing with that number 54. I don't think he can do anything, especially with his number 20 of Denny Hamlin right on his back bumper. 3 to go. If a caution comes out, the race will be over. Logano has 3 more laps to get by without losing a spot to Denny Hamlin, who's right there pressuring that 22 to make a mistake. Now Hamlin on the inside, about to turn the 22. And the 26 is wrecking. He ran out of talent. TJ Bell spinning on the front straightaway. This is going to end the race right here. It's going to help Eric Jones get the win. Logano can't do nothing. Regan Smith, Paul Menard, top 5, coming down to the caution flag, and what will be sitting with the white flag. Eric Jones is going to pick up his first career win right here at Darlington. Joey Logano was just not able to get by right there on the back bumper, but just did not make a move. Quite frankly, didn't really have enough run, even though he was getting a big push by Denny Hamlin. Regan Smith and Paul Menard, Kevin Harvick, Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, Brian Scott, and Brendan Gaughan, your top 10. Darrell Wallace Jr., Elliott Sadler, Chase Elliott, Ryan Truex, and Ryan Reed, top 15. J.J. Yaley, Ryan Sieg, Parker Kligerman, Jeremy Clements, and Landon Castle, your top 20. A caution came out for the number 26 of TJ Bell. in the number 26, and he's going to get turned around. Coming to 3 to go, or 4 to go. Right here gets turned with the 14 of Kel Conley. And hits the inside, safe for barrier. But he's still on track right now, 35th, 1 lap down. The 15 of Travis Quapple stuck in his car behind the wall. The Bernie Grill number 15. Rickroll Racing entry. Let's go back and see what happened to 15 and see if we can have too far back. Whoops. Travis Quapple, the 2003 Truck Series champion, running full time in the Truck Series. And yeah, he looks like an engine failure on the number 15, so we will not be going back green. And Eric Jones in the 54 is going to get his, just like Chase Elliott did 1 year ago, he's going to get his first win here at the Lady in Black, the track too tough to tame. 2 wins in a row from Canadian Tire Motorsports Park last weekend to Darlington this weekend. Eric Jones in the number 54 will take home the checker flag, and Joe Gibbs Racing will go back-to-back wins in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in Darlington. Actually, it's not back-to-back wins. Last week was Road America. Denny Hamlin did win at Bristol. And the number 40 of Ray Black Jr. is taking his car behind the wall. Ray Black job in the 40 this weekend, making his second career start. That's a last minute change, and he looks like at a engine failure, and he will not be able to finish the race. So race number 24 of 2015 is in the books, won by Eric Jones from the pole and leading every single lap on 27 laps. So now Chase Elliott will lose points. Chris Buescher, Ty Dillon, Brian Scott, Darrell Wallace, Brendan Gott, Elliott Sadler, they're all able to gain a few points each on Chase Elliott. But 9 races remain in the 2015 season. Tomorrow, the NASCAR Spring Up Series, live from Darlington Raceway. 10 drivers are already in the chase, and when he takes the green flag tomorrow, Kyle Busch will clinch a spot in the chase, and Denny Hamlin will most likely as well. If we see a repeat winner win tomorrow, if all 15 drivers with the win will automatically clinch a spot in the 2015 Chase with the Cup. We will see tomorrow for the Cup Series Bojangles 7500 with all the cool retro paint schemes carrying this weekend. Until tomorrow, congrats to Jones, and we will see you next weekend at Richmond for race number 25 of the year.